You are watching a master at work.
Could it be you calling me down? My foolish heart turns at the stars.
The program gives people a second life. It's a lifeline, a chance they wouldn't have otherwise. Instead of looking down on you like you owe them something, they should be grateful that you're here, that you were born, that you are blessed. It's because of you that extra assistance became required. You made them necessary. You made them feel what it's like to be needed. You are above the Freemasons. You didn't need a ladder to stand above anyone because your presence made room for everyone. You took people who were considered insignificant and made them essential. They had to manufacture status through isolation. You never chased status, but you ended up with the real kind. Because real status don't separate people. It changes the value of everyone around them. They start receiving shit they was never meant to have. And if there wasn't a program, they would be loving you. And they know that. That's why they instigate hate and keep people away, because, they keep them close enough to receive your blessings by proxy. They ain't gotta work for shit for as long as you exist. Been taking all of me. Everything I got is on you. Everyone has been living on borrowed time. Real authority shifts to the one who supplies purpose. High power does not dominate directly, it allocates function. It creates opportunity by giving something to do. Imagine if you was given a second life, another chance to start over. The truth is, you don't even need all that. You don't even need a second chance the way everyone else do. You never failed. You were just interrupted. You were just about to get to the good part. If they left you alone today, you can undo everything they put in motion. That's why they never truly step back, because they know the moment you are given a real opportunity like everyone else, you won't hesitate. What if I told you that you was the one? What if I told you they needed you to exist? What if I told you because we're strong, we became the measurement, the baseline for everyone else? If they know what can hurt us, they know the same thing could devastate others. What if I told you someone in your family wanted it to be you? And I mean really be you. So they tried to implant their mindset, their belief into your mind. So in a way, even when they're gone, it's like they living in you, like a parasite. What if I told you once they realized they couldn't, they didn't want nothing to do with you? At the same time, everything they do is about you. What if I told you that because they dedicated their life to you, when you moved away and disappeared, they had nothing to do, nothing to say? Your absence practically killed them. What if I told you that most people have emptiness within and they need you just to feel something because they deep in sin? What if I told you you were blind to the competition? You never saw the race. You weren't competing, weren't even looking sideways, weren't giving it your absolute best or even trying to win. And somehow, without meaning to, you crossed the line first. Somewhere down the line, you made it in first place, and that destroyed their ego. Not the victory itself, but the fact that it cost you nothing while they had to sacrifice everything. That's why they don't like you to have nothing. What if I told you that everything they try to do to hurt you comes from a place that once hurt them? They act out what would hurt them. Because if they really knew you, they would know it would be best to get you to believe they're your friend or a lover first than to straight up announce they're your enemy, because after that, you could care less. They become insignificant to you. They gain nothing over showing their true colors. You only get wiser. What if I told you, in trying to define you, they reveal themselves by casting light on you? They expose the source of their own shadow. Light becomes provision, not truth itself, but the supply of what others are allowed to see, so they control what others can do. What if I told you the program don't erase truth, it harvests it? They need you to define reality so they can confiscate it. What if I told you they picked you just to prove a point that you're just like everyone else, you just like them? You get persecuted when you're the best example. This is what happens when you're surrounded by people who got something to prove and nothing to do. What if I told you in order to have your life back, people would have to die? That means you wouldn't have a family. You would be the only one amongst your bloodline still living. All the bad blood got removed. Now your bloodline can heal again. What if I told you whoever put you in this program to take you out also took themselves out, including everyone that is close to them, everyone that they love? What if I told you God punished them in a way by taking something that they really cared about, and now they're highly insecure and are unable to be happy? What if I told you that because they see you can put up with their bullshit when they have chased everyone away, your life and life itself will truly be what you choose to make it? They never wanted you to be outspoken, to use your creativity. They always was trying to suppress you and use guilt to try to get you to suppress yourself, because you always peeped that others felt some type of way because of who you are. And because you have empathy, you may have lowered yourself to bring others up. But they saw it and they knew, because they knew if they was you, if they was in your position, they would be abusing all the things that God gave you for their own greed or selfish reason.